Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey, Donald. Good morning. Clancy. Good morning. Clancy, I'm so sorry I blocked you the other day. I don't know how I did that, Clancy, unless it's when I picked up my Chromebook to come into the kitchen to warm my coffee. Donald says, looking forward to hearing from you. I like how you see and feel about life. You have a good heart. Thank you, Donald. Hey, Callie. Always a good morning when you come on. Thanks, guys. Thanks, girl. I appreciate it. I've not been too consistent with my YouTube lately, but just have a lot going on. It seems like the other morning, my son was sick. He's still sick, but he's feeling a lot better. But I think he might have had the flu or something because he was super, super sick and weak. Hey, Vicky. Good morning, Quincy. Oh, that's totally fine. It happens from time to time. Well, if you ever get blocked and you know you've not said anything mean or disrespectful, know it's an accident. Y'all know how I am. Those of you that's been with me for a while, I get the fumbling around and I'll accidentally block people. I could not find your name in the block list, though. That's why I had to get you to send the URL. So, did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? I was going to do a Thanksgiving little chat on the porch yesterday, and by the time I got ready and got the house straightened up, and then it was time to eat, and then Timothy's little friends come, and one of his little friends brought me a plate from next door. So it was just super busy. Hey, Hibiscus. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. You too, girl. You too. You know how you fix meatloaf? My mom did too. Oh, let me get on the live chat. Hibiscus member for 18 months. Thank you all. Thank you all that are members and that support me. I appreciate it so much, guys. You just don't know. I feel lost when I've gone a while without talking to y'all. I feel super lost. I thought we would just chat, look at some true crime. Before I get started, though, I want to say thank you to Safer Robbie. I was in his stream the other day. He gave me a shout out, and some people come over and subscribed, they said. And I just want to thank him for that. That was super sweet of him. I appreciate it, and welcome to the new subscribers. I got a couple new subscribers. We're not professional here on this channel. You will learn that. I'm a hot mess. That's funny. Yeah, my mom, she messaged yesterday. She's like, do y'all want to come over and eat? I just made meatloaf. And I was like, she's like, I hope that's okay. And I was like, well, my friend made meatloaf. And Italian people, they don't make turkeys. Of course, we're not Italian, but I'm just saying, I saw Makeup Monsters post. I think they make like lasagna or something. Hey, preschool granny, good afternoon. Clancy, it rained here all day yesterday, so we didn't do anything outside. We just went to my aunt's and stayed in there and ate. Well, it was really pretty here yesterday, but today it's raining. I was going to sit on the porch and do us a little chat, but it's a little chilly out there, and it's drizzling the rain. Anyways, I fixed my kittens some fish fillet yesterday for Thanksgiving. Of course, that's nothing unusual around here. I'm always baking on fish fillets, not breaded, just fish fillets, unseasoned. And I'll bake them in my little toaster oven thing. And then I just smush it up for them. They love it. It's good for them, too. I think it's probably better for them than old cat food. I had macaroni and cheese made with pasta. I never thought of using yesterday. The person that brought it couldn't find elbow noodles, so they used penne pasta. Well, that's fine, Clancy. I had turkey. I had ham and pineapple. I had coleslaw. I had rolls. What else did I have? Green beans, pumpkin roll, some kind of red dessert jello stuff. It's got some white stuff mixed in. I don't really know what that is. And then I had some banana pudding. Ooh, but the pumpkin roll was made by the Amish. It came from Tennessee. My mother-in-law went all the way to Tennessee to get that. I'm not a huge turkey fan, but I made one for the kids. I eat more cranberry sauce than I do turkey. A bit of cranberry with a little turkey. Oh, yeah, I did have a little bit of cranberry sauce, too. that Timothy's little friend brought me. It was cranberry. What did he bring? It was something with like rice and chicken in it. I didn't find that too good. Sweet potato casserole. What else did they have in that plate? Mashed potatoes. Oh yeah, I had mashed potatoes twice yesterday. Uh, Crap, and I can't remember. The sweet potato casserole was okay though. A lot of people are not big fans of turkeys. So, y'all, I'm a big nerd. So, I had to look up the history of Thanksgiving because I see a lot of people saying, we're not celebrating Thanksgiving because of what happened and stuff. So, I looked up the history of Thanksgiving, and the Native Americans weren't actually invited to that feast. They showed up ready to fight because the pilgrims had been like shooting guns off, showing like their dominance. This is what I watched. And so there's about 90 of the Native Americans that went to see what was going on. They was ready to roll, honey. And they got invited to eat, though. And they brought like 5 deer, but it was saying like that it's not documented that they actually ate turkey at Thanksgiving. It just says they ate fowl, which it could have been anything, pheasant or anything, right? Banana pudding is my favorite. This is the best freaking banana pudding ever invented, Callie. The real history, Thanksgiving, is pretty dark. Yeah, the video that I watched may not have even been accurate. I'm just repeating what I watched. I mean, let's face it, guys. The white people done the Native Americans dirty. I mean, look what the freaking army did to them. They gave them blankets that was infected with smallpox. It's treated horrible. Land took from them, everything. We also had banana pudding there and pecan pie and a few other things. Ooh, I still got some pumpkin roll, some Dutch pumpkin roll in the refrigerator. And I'll tell you what, I'm not in the mood to eat. When I laid down last night, I felt like I was full all the way up to my chest. Hey, Peyton's Posies. Happy Thanksgiving, sweetie. We can still be thankful today for what we have. Thank God. Yeah, Vicki. See, that's the way my mindset is. I wasn't so much thinking about the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, and, yesterday. I was just thinking about what I was grateful for and thankful for. Very thankful to have such a good meal. And I know this is awful, but I do not cook because Mark's mom always cooks. There's just no sense in it. So we had Thanksgiving here. She sent us a big bunch of stuff because I didn't want to go out there because Timothy had been sick and, they're older and I didn't want to spread his germs around. Anyways, let's look at some true crime, guys, see what's going on. Oh, before we get started on that, I have been watching this series on Lifetime Movie Network. If y'all remember the movie Flowers in the Attic in the book, well, they've got this series that says Flowers in the Attic Origins. And what it's about is, I've already watched like 4 parts of it. What it's about is about that old mean grandmother and Malcolm, the old weirdo husband that was in the bed in the Flowers in the Attic movie. That's what it's about. It's about their life. So I've just now got to the part, I think the other parts come on tonight, to where Corinne has left Foxworth Hall Manor, whatever it's called, went off with her uncle, got married, had like 4 kids, and then he gets killed, and they have to come back to the mansion in Virginia. So that's where I'm at right now with it. But it is really good. I started watching it the other night when it came on, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into this or not. But I was sitting there, and I was just hooked on it. I put down my phone and everything to watch it. It was so good. I can't wait to finish watching it. Have any of y'all been watching American Horror Story? Peyton's Posies. I love that. Yes, we must thank God, Donald. Yes. You know what? Sometimes I get all down in the dumps, Donald, and I have to remind myself that I have a lot to be thankful and grateful for. I've been stuck on the 4 college kids in Idaho case. I have a horrible feeling about the killer just wandering around, terrifying. Well, I saw somebody the other day say something about that there was a dog found in that neighborhood that had been skinned. And then I finally found an article about it. And there was like a dog in that neighborhood that had been killed and freaking skinned. Now, who the hell would do that? Another animal didn't skin another animal. You know, if a predator had got a hold of that dog, you'd have been able to tell it. It'd have been torn apart. But it was skinned. There's a sicko on the loose. But they say that's got no connection to the murders. But I don't know about that. And I'm thinking, could there have been more than just one killer? Because that was like 4 people. So I'm in a wheelchair but alive. And thank God. Well, Donald, prayers, hon. We have to be grateful for what we have. Grateful that we just wake up the next morning. You know, I'm trying to remain positive throughout the holiday season. Sometimes I get down in the dumps and aggravated about all that shopping and just stressed out, but I remain positive. And I am going to try to put up the Christmas tree today, not decorate it. I'm going to try to set it up and fluff it out. It's a pretty good sized tree. And let it sit there a day or two and let the cats get used to it. I probably won't put any like little balls on the tree or anything, but mostly it'll just be like the ornaments people have sent me. I got a real cool ornament for Mommy Mars the other day. Thank you, Mommy Mars. She sent me a Christmas package the other day. The bunch of cute stuff in it, Hello Kitty stuff, and she sent me this real cool ornament. Let me show y'all. I don't want to be on camera because I've got a stitch of makeup on. My hair's up my ponytail. But I want to show y'all because y'all know I like sugar skulls. Let me see if I can get it turned on. Look at this. Isn't that cute? And I've got different ornaments people sent me. RNA last year, she made me some handmade ornaments. Let me show y'all one of them. One of them was in honor of Gabby Petito. And I've kept these out all year on my little white tree that lights up. But she made me a bunch of these. Let me see. Y'all look over. I bought this shirt new, y'all, and got bleach on it. Let me see if I can turn it around. But it says, let it be. Isn't that cute? And it's got like little hearts right there. It's so cute. So we're going to try to go put the big tree up. If not, I'm going to have to go find me a little bitty tree. I'd like to have me a Hello Kitty tree. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Carolina girl. Donald says, don't worry, you have a good heart. Oh, thank you, Donald. You're so sweet, Donald. You really are. You're one of my favorite chatters. Of course, I have a lot of favorites now. Kelly says, I'm not doing a tree this year. My boys go to their dad's for all the holidays. He lives out of state. I'm always alone on the holidays. Kind of crappy. Oh, well, can't y'all like take turns with the holidays? Like 1 year? I mean, it's none of my business, girl, but I'm just saying. 1 year he get them for Christmas, 1 year you do. I don't have to worry about that this Christmas because my son has cut off contact with his biological dad. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. Hey, if he doesn't want a relationship, of course, I've encouraged him to. It's important, to have a good relationship with your parents. But I'm not going to force him. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to. The old asshole made his bed, he can lay in it. That's the way I look at it. How are the kittens, CC? I get my new kitten Monday. Really? Do you want another kitten, Zoe? They're doing great. They caught a freaking mouse in my house the other day. Not once. But twice, I mean, the mouse must have wanted to do suicide by cat, like suicide by cop. This mouse was trying to do suicide by cat. I mean, I got the thing away from him, but, I had gloves on and took it outside, and that damn thing come back in. And I know it was the same one because it had a little patch of hair missing. Anyways, I got it back away from them, took it outside, but they've been stalking this kitchen. See, where we took the dishwasher out here because we're getting ready to do redo the kitchen and the cabinets, there was like this little bitty tiny hole behind there, and I think that's where it came from. So I took some of that foam stuff and y'all know that's foam stuff. What's it called? Y'all know what I mean. It sprays out of a bottle and you can fill in cracks and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of it. And filled that in, but they're still, been in here. I know that poor mouse was screaming for its life, Callie. It was screaming for its life. I felt so bad for it. And then again, I got to thinking, them things is nasty. Pet rats is one thing. And hamsters and stuff like that, that's one thing. But an old dirty mouse. I didn't want the little thing killed by my cats. I didn't want my cats touching that thing. But they were just doing their job. Just doing their job. Callie, CC always cracked me up. Hey, sweet crazy. Caulking. No, it's not caulking. It's that foam stuff. What's that crap called? It's not caulking. It's that foam stuff that hardens up. You spray it out of the can and it hardens up. That's what I'm talking about. I love sweet little domestic rats. I know. Is Robbie in here? So I'm on. Hey, save Robbie. Robbie, please heading to the gym, but I love you too, Robbie. When you get time, check your TikTok messages because I sent you a message. I know you don't like people telling you things, but I sent you a message because I came across this stream and they were talking horribly about Carol. Carol, your hamster. Horribly. So I sent you a message about TikTok. I usually do not tattletale. I put that in the message. That really pissed me off, Robbie. It really pissed me off that people, they got so much dislike and stuff for other people that bring their animals and kids into it. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. I don't care if you piss them off or not, why bring the animals into it? I just don't get that. Say what? Not yes. Say yeah. I don't even want to repeat what they said because it's just so disgusting. I was sitting there thinking, what if somebody was talking about one of my animals like that? I had somebody tell me one time when my chicken Penny died, my red chicken, they said something like, boo-hoo, she's losing her family one at a time. Freaking weirdos. To take pleasure in a pet's death. Chicken or not, that was still a pet chicken, and I care for my chickens. Well, no, it didn't happen on TikTok. It happened here on YouTube, what I heard them saying about Carol, but I just sent Robbie a message on TikTok because I didn't have his email, and I follow him on TikTok. Carol living the good life, and they want to be her. Yeah, it was totally sick. They was, they was talking about, I'll just tell you, they was talking about how she won't live long because she's a hamster. They don't know that. Some hamsters might, they might live 5 years or more. Who knows? People's just so miserable. It really pissed me off. And sometimes Robbie does say things, and I'm like, oh, my mouth flies open. And then, you know what? People just poke him till he does that, though. And then he lets them have it. And you know what? That's good enough for them. Well, look at it. Yeah, they're a bunch of meanies. It's just crazy. I don't even know how I found that channel. It was like up in my recommended, and I saw Robbie's name in it. So I was just listening. And I think it was that Lori's channel, Robbie. I think you had said something about her in your stream the other day. I don't really know who that is. And then just so happened it was in my recommend, and I clicked on it. Okay, guys, let's do some true crime. I just think, if you've got a problem with Robbie or anybody else, have a problem with them, you don't got to say mean, horrible things about their pets. That just makes you look bad. It makes you look like a freaking weirdo with no freaking heart. There's a lot of people on here that I don't really care for, but then I'll come across their community post and they'll have an animal or something, and I'll give their community post a thumbs up, even though I don't like the person, because they got an animal there. I'm not going to not dislike their animal because I dislike them. Shoot, I had a betta fish that lived for 10 or 11 years. You never know. Yeah, they're freaking weirdos, Melanie. Yeah, betta fish. I used to always have a betta fish. Actually, when I started YouTube, I had my little tank set up in here. I used to always have one. Mine would always live about 2 or 3 years, usually about 2 years. And then they'd start that breathing funny. You can just tell when they're going to die. But I've been thinking about getting my son a tank and putting in his room. He would like to have a guinea pig. I know he would, but I don't know if that's a good idea with these cats. What's weird is they say they don't like someone, but they watch everything they do. That's weird, obsessive. Yeah. Well, I can't say much about, I kind of listen to people sometimes that I don't care for, just to see what they're saying because I'm nosy. But I don't watch like everything they do and be in the damn comment section. I hardly ever leave a comment. Sometimes I do. Kelly, you did well. Me too, sweet crazy. I went through so many. Bullies is what they are. Yeah, let me just tell y'all what's wrong with some of these people. They were not popular or part of a clique in high school. And then they get on YouTube and they get these channels and all these people watching them. And they really think they're somebody special. And they become freaking bullies. Hey, Hooker, how's your cat, sweetie? How is your cat? I know that he was sick. She was sick. I hope they're doing better. I'm glad you made it to the stream. I appreciate it. I always listen to your streams when you go live. I may not chat or comment, but I listen. I've been lurking around that part of the community for a while. I kind of got bored with our little community, like MGL and all them. That's, when I started my channel, MGL was doing the Watts case. That's what brought me to YouTube. They took Ashley Banfield off HLN. Remember, she used to do that, report the true crime news in the evenings? Well, they took her off during that Watts case. So I come to YouTube. I was like, how am I going to learn about this case? So I come to YouTube and discovered like Molly Golightly. Who else? 411 Now, Will, his channel, and somebody else. And then I started my own channel because, some of these channels, you can't give your opinion on true crime. They'll make you feel like you're stupid. Oh, I love Ashley Banfield. She is my freaking hero. Now, I like Nancy Grace, even though she's a little bit of a bitch. I like Nancy Grace a lot, but the reason she's so rough is because her fiance was mugged and murdered over $15. And she changed her major. She was like doing an English major or something like that, and went to law school, became a prosecutor. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of pets are contracting RSV from humans getting really sick. Oh, really? See, my cats, they come from a feral colony, my little kittens. They sneeze and hack and go on. I mean, not like all the time, but like the other night, Zoe woke me up and like she was coughing and almost sounded like she had like congestion in her chest. I'm going to have to take her to the vet. Oh, Nancy is everything. I don't care who doesn't like my old man don't like her at all, Hooker. I like Nancy. Now, her podcast, she's not as rough as like what she was on TV. A lot of people disliked her over the Scott Peterson case. something about some cement or something she had said. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think she's a very intelligent lady. But I do like Ashley better. The surgery Milo had, the vet botched it. Oh no, Hooker. See, my niece is on life support right now with bacteria, COVID, pneumonia, RSV. She's only 2. We don't think she's going to make it. Oh, sweet crazy. Everybody, please remember this little child in y'all's prayers. Oh, my goodness, honey, that is horrible. I will be praying for her. Oh, my gosh. If you need anything, let me know. Is there anything the community could do or anything? I guess prayers is what's needed the most. Bless her heart. RSV is bad. On top of a COVID pneumonia. Knitting artisan, hey, sweetie. I had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you did too. Oh, gracious, praying. Y'all, everybody, please, please remember that child. I know my aunt right now, she got the flu. She got so weak she couldn't walk. And they admitted her to the hospital the other day and put her in ICU. I don't know if she's still there. What's her name? Peyton? Let me write this down. I got my little notebook here. Peyton. Yeah, y'all remember little Peyton in your prayers. Bless her little heart. Kids are resilient. She might come through this, but when they get like pneumonia and stuff, it's really, really rough on the breath. Just pray, CC. Okay, we will be praying. And I need to make a community post about this. Because, the more prayers we get, the better. I know a lot of people don't believe in praying. If you don't believe in praying, send some positive vibes, please. Now, I believe in prayer myself. Now, I'm not. I guess I'm a Christian. Of course, I believe in Jesus and all that, but I don't go to church. You know what I mean? Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. How scary. I know her parents are so worried. Can you imagine? Timothy got sick when he was about 2.5 years old with the flu. I mean, we took him to the emergency room. They give him some of that Tamiflu stuff. Okay. But the dosage was wrong. They had wrote the dosage on the box wrong. Ever who wrote out the prescription. And I gave him too much. And he passed out on me. And he had to be rushed to the ER. I was scared to death. Boy, I told that nurse off because she's the one that wrote that prescription. I mean, I hate to get rough with her, but if you're getting that old that you can't write out a prescription correctly, then you don't need to work, in the ER because she could have killed my son. That's a true story. You know how bad, sorry guys, I'm getting coffee. You know how bad I felt about that, even though it wasn't my fault? She's doing so good until now. Oh, bless her. Can you keep CC updated and keep posted in Discord or community page? Yes, Knitting Artisan. I'm going to I've got me a note right here. I'm going to make a community post about it, and I'll tag Sweet Crazy's name. You got a channel, don't you? Yeah, he about overdosed on that Tamiflu stuff. I can't remember what the dosage was. He wasn't supposed to take much because he's little. But I'm thinking, I'm trying to think. It's like like a teaspoon or something. I can't remember exactly, but it was really, really scary. Okay, let's look at some true crime, guys. Y'all know one of y'all mentioned about that beautiful college girl the other day that went to Mexico with her friends, and she ended up dead. Well, it looks, her name is, I think it's Shanquella. Probably not pronouncing it right, Robinson. But there has been an arrest warrant issued for her friend. The Mexican authorities have issued an arrest warrant for her friend. We're going to read that. Let's take a look at it. Now, I am just wondering, will the United States let this so-called friend, I've not read the article yet, be extradited to Mexico? No, you pronounce it. Okay, Hooker, I can't pronounce a damn thing. And everybody knows it. Most of the people that watch me, they know I don't pronounce stuff right. Oh, you didn't hear about this? My son had bird flu and it was awful. I was so scared. He was way worse than COVID. Oh, really? Thank God, an arrest warrant. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this case. Let me see if I can screen share it for y'all. We're going to read it. Sometimes these fancy names, I just can't pronounce them. And I'll tell you something else. When I get on YouTube live streaming, I have a lot more trouble with pronunciation. I don't know why. I mean, I've been streaming 3 or 4 years now. You'd think I'd be over the jitters. I don't feel jittery, but I think it it makes me jittery. Okay, look at her. Look at her beautiful tattoos. Okay. Prosecutors in Mexico have obtained a warrant for a friend of the North Carolina woman who died at her vacation villa last month in Cabo San Lucas. The Attorney General for the Mexico's, is that Baja California, Sir Daniel de la Rosa, said Wednesday that his office had begun extradition proceedings for the unnamed suspect. It wasn't a quarrel between two friends, he said, but instead a direct aggression. Shanquella Robson, 25, died on October 29th, just a day after arriving in Cabo with 6 college friends. The friends returned to North Carolina and told Robinson's parents she had died of alcohol poisoning. But an autopsy said she died from a severe neck injury. And while the autopsy said Robinson died within 15 minutes of receiving the injury, a police report indicated that the doctor had been called to the villa and was with her for 3 hours before she began having seizures and died. Well, why wasn't she took to the hospital? I mean, things might be different in Mexico. I don't know. I've never been. A video surfaced showing other women beating Robinson, who did not fight back. Wow. It's not known if the woman seen the video is the same woman in the Mexican arrest warrant. Robinson's parents confirmed the victim in the video was their daughter, and the other people seen in the video were some of friends who accompanied her to Mexico. Why didn't the other friends intervene? It's kind of like that video I put up, what happened in my hometown at that Halloween party. Everybody ganged up on that one girl, and she went to that party with her so-called friends. They set her up. They took her to that party so someone else could jump on her. Mexican authorities announced an investigation into the death along with the FBI. None of the friends have responded to reporters' attempts to contact them. Several have disconnected their phone numbers. Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson, told ABC News that she wants to see each of them sent back to Mexico because their plan was to come back here thinking that they wasn't going to be prosecuted. She was a caring person, and I want them to always remember that, she said. We're going to keep her legacy alive. I wonder why she did not bite them back. Was she intoxicated? What was going on? I mean, to me, she's got those tattoos and stuff. She doesn't look like somebody that's going to let someone else run over her, as we call it here, be mean to her. So I'm just wondering, was she intoxicated? Why did the other friends not do anything? Hold on a minute. Let me catch my chat up. LibCon. Thank you, hon. I'll see if I can pronounce it. I hate getting people's not being able to pronounce victims' names and stuff. Now, the perps, I don't care if I pronounce their names right or not. But thank you, LibCon. Let me write that down. I'll practice that when I get off here. I know I'm weird. Fancy names. It's a pretty name, though. That poor woman was so beautiful and successful, and I believe they probably was. What the heck is femicide? Oh, it's Mexican law. I don't know, hon. Let me look that up. Hold on a minute. Femicide. I've never heard of that. Have you? Hooker. The male friends should be an accomplice since he recorded. Oh, so there was a male there. If I go on vacation, of course I got common sense and a good heart. If I go on vacation with friends and they get into it, I'm gonna break it up. I think people that do not intervene and stand there and record should be in trouble too. It's killing a woman for being a woman. Okay, yeah, that's what it says. Femicide is a hate crime which is broadly defined as the intentional killing of a woman or girls because they are female. But definitions of it vary depending on cultural. See, I can't say certain stuff. Context. Wow, those jail server. Hold on a minute. Let me see what else we can find about this. Why aren't they saying whose name it is? Boy, oh, if they go to Mexican prison, they're going to have a rude awakening. It seems like they're kind of pampered. I mean, they're going on a fancy vacation in Mexico. I mean, that's fancy to me. Hell, I don't got the money to go there. You know what I mean? But they're going to have a rude awakening in Mexican prisons. From what I've seen on TV, there's like no air conditioning. There is no running water, at least in the male's prisons, there's not. I mean, it's horrible living conditions. I don't think that they have the death penalty there. I dropped my ink pen. But you'd want to be put to death if you had to live in that freaking mess. Don't know if that's true, but the one beating her was trans. Okay, I just want to say something about that. And y'all know I love everybody, but wouldn't someone that was actually born male sometimes, in certain cases, be a little bit stronger than female? I mean, most men are stronger. I don't know anything about the Mexican court system. Let's see. Let's see what it says about Mexican prisons here. Mexican prison conditions. Boy, they're gonna have a rude awakening. Mexican prisons are notoriously overcrowded. 46% of the imprisoned share their cell with at least 5 other inmates. 13%, which more than 15, they lack adequate food, water, hygienic facilities, and health care. Oh, I guarantee you they're used to living the pampered life. Did they think, here's what I think, they thought that they was going to do that in Mexico and just come back to the United States, change their phone numbers, and that was going to be it. They can change their damn phone numbers until the cows come home. And they will still track them down. Investigators will. Now the FBI is involved. So they will be extradited back. Well, they take hormones that stop the male hormones, so their muscles, but yes, they would still be stronger. Yeah, and I just want to say, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody trans at all. I'm just saying, if you think about it, you would think that, a male would be stronger. Someone born a male would be a little bit stronger. But I get what you're saying, Hooker. Yeah, if they take those hormones. Hey, I can't believe how much those hormones change them. Because I watched this trans woman. What is her name? Trans girl, 41 or something on TikTok. She's in her 40s. She just started her transition probably 2 years ago. But she went to Thailand and got the bottom surgery done, but she's been taking these hormones, and her freaking breasts are huge. And she's not had her boobs done or anything. It's from them freaking hormones, and those hormones has really changed her appearance. I think she looks more feminine. I would have been scared to have went to Thailand to have that kind of surgery done. I think it was $10,000. So she goes over there. She has the surgery done. She's only in the hospital a day or something. Then she recovers in the hotel for a little bit, just a couple days. And then she flies back to North Carolina. Say it's cheaper over there to get that stuff done. Is your daughter trans? I tell you what, I never did. Never did know a lot about trans people and stuff until I started watching I Am Jazz on TLC, and it's about this little girl, Jazz. She knew from the time she was little that she was female. She was born a boy. But from the time she was 3 or 4 years old, I mean, she wanted to wear dresses, dolls, and everything. And so she has been on. She did have the bottom surgery just like a couple of years ago. She's like 18 now, probably older than that. But anyway, she had been on hormones so long that there's nothing about her that looked male at all. If you hadn't have known that she was trans, I mean, you just thought that she was born a girl. Jazz, yeah, you know Jazz Hooker. I love Jazz. Boy, oh, though, she thought that getting that bottom surgery was going to like fix her life and everything was going to be perfect. I think that's what she thought in her head. But then after she done it, for some reason, she started having a lot of mental health problems. Hotel is only about $10. Food is only $25. It's crazy. Oh, really? I'm wondering how their doctors are over there, though. Excuse me, guys. Oh, gosh, I'm going to start coughing. I can feel it, my throat getting that way. I'd just be afraid to go. I'm afraid to go out the United States. You hear so many horrible things. Look about all them people that's been to the Bahamas and stuff and like died at them resorts from the alcohol and just different things. I believe people should be able to be who they feel they are in their heart. Would be awful to be stuck in a body you didn't identify with. Yeah. Now, a lot of people, a lot of these weirdos, they're like, oh, it's a mental illness with them. No, it's not. From what I understand about it, it's like their genes get, messed up or something. Free girls to chat in your city. No thanks. No thanks. We don't like hoes here. Hide this user. No thanks, sex find. No thanks. Go somewhere else, you weirdo. My cousin goes to Thailand a lot. He loves it. I used to watch this guy. He was actually from Canada, but his family is from Thailand. And he moved to Thailand. And I used to watch him because he had an African gray parrot. But it was beautiful there. Beautiful there. I'd love to go if I wasn't so scared. I'm afraid to get on a plane. Y'all know that, what was it called? That one airplane, that Malaysia flight that went down. I seen something about that on TV, and it showed the pilot that actually driving the plane. He was partying with these young girls, teenage girls, while he was supposed to be flying a plane. And then later on, he crashes that big airplane with all them people on it. I heard Thailand is scary. I wonder how hard the language barrier would be. Yeah. Well, before cell phones, I'd say it was rough going to different countries like that. But with these cell phones now, you can get these apps to, what do you call that? Interpret the language. My daughter wanted to go there for her surgery because it's cheaper, but I didn't trust it. So I vetoed that. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, if she can, try to get it done in the United States. Well, it's like a Perplex QT. She went to Mexico and got weight loss surgery. Oh my gosh, if I'd have been her, I'd have been scared to death because, I mean, she didn't get no time to heal up or anything. She had to fly back to the United States. Has she done had her surgery, Hooker? Well, that's not my business. Hooker, do you like to watch drag queens? Do you like to watch RuPaul's Drag Race? I love RuPaul. I heard that she's like a little bit hateful, though. Like on that show, some of the people that's, like being kicked off and stuff said you wasn't allowed to speak to her or anything unless they was filming. Oh, did she? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that would be awful to be like trapped, like your mind and everything, like thinking that you're a girl, but you're trapped in a boy's body. I mean, just think about what that would do to your mental health. Now, I've always heard, and I think this is true, that they have to like see like a psychiatrist or something before they can have that surgery, and they have to okay it. I feel like every other country hates Americans, makes me uncomfortable to leave. Yeah, I think a lot of people think that all Americans are rich. That's what I gathered from watching 90 Day Fiance show on TLC. They just automatically think every American lives in like this big old house and's got all this money. Y'all have a great day. I have to skedaddle. See ya, Carolina girl. Let me know about your kitty. Send me a picture. I love drag, and yes, Rue is a bitch, and I had her in concert in the early 90s, and she's mean. Man, she's damn pretty when she puts on that drag, though, isn't she? I mean, she really is. I remember that song come out when I was in high school. What was it? Work, cover girl, do your thing on the runway. I can't sing. I do like that song. You would think that people that come from nothing and become famous and stuff would have some understanding. It, I don't know. They just let it go to their heads, and they become all mean. It's like that guy that does Family Feud. They said that he was that black guy. What's his name? He's funny as crap, but they say that he's real hateful. Ellen DeGeneres, they say she's a complete bitch. A complete bitch. Like Nikki Tutorials. I think she interviewed Nikki Tutorials, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that's the person that did it. And Nikki said Ellen wouldn't even speak to her before they started filming or anything. Steve Harvey, yes. Now, I think he is so funny, but they say that he's an asshole. He's another one. Don't want you to speak to him, don't want you to look at him or anything. Drag shows are the funnest. I know. We actually had a drag show here once. It's unbelievable because I'm from a small coal mining town. But yeah, it was out at the airport bar, and it was pretty funny. But it was more or less them people wasn't really into drag. Some of them, they was just regular men, straight, just putting on some women's clothes. I know, right, CC, when they start getting a little money in their pockets, they turn into complete jerks. Yeah, I'm going to live stream a drag show one night saying, oh, hooker, yes, yes. I watched this older lady and on TikTok, and she goes to drag shows, but she goes as a guy. She don't do the makeup and all that. She is a lesbian that is, let me see if I can say this right. Is it non-binary? Non-binary, something like that. Anyway, she's masculine. She's not saying that she's trans. She's not trans. She's just masculine. Hey, I've learned a lot about the LGBTQ community just by watching TikTokers. Anyways, I love that lady, and I'd just love to go out and have a beer with her and her girlfriend and her husband. Yes, she's got a girlfriend and a husband. Drag king, yes. Is that what they're called? Drag kings, yes. Hey, and she does look just like a man when she puts her little beard thing on and stuff. She'll be doing all them sexy moves and stuff. I just love her. I kind of feel like money not only changes them, also changes people around them. Yeah, YouTubers are like it too. Like when they get these big chats, buddy, it goes to their heads and they can't stand it. They've got less than 100 people in their chat. It just goes to their heads and just makes them complete assholes. And then they get all them super chats for dragging somebody. It's just crazy. It just goes to their head. No, not everybody. But some people, it goes to their heads. It sure does. Let's see how long I've been on here, guys. 50 minutes. I've got to get off here, guys. It's been nice chatting with y'all. I could sit here and talk to y'all all day. This has been a great chat this morning. But unfortunately, I've got a litter box to scoop and cat hair to vacuum up and all kinds of different things to do. I knew if I got started on that stuff before I done my stream, that I would just say, "Oh, well, I ain't got time to do the stream," because that's how I do when I get in work mode, y'all. um, oh, have a wonderful day too, Hooker. I'm so glad that you came in here and chatted. I just love you and Amanda Lynn. I've always been an Amanda Lynn fan and Stephanie Brown fan. I just love Stephanie. I love Amanda too, but Stephanie, I've watched her longer. When she used to be on camera and stuff, she's a beautiful lady. Amanda's beautiful too, but I'm just saying she's a beautiful lady, and she just got a really good heart. They both do. But anyways, I will see y'all in the morning. We will do some true crime news. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And I'm gonna put up a community post with Sweet Crazy's about Sweet Crazy's niece, asking for prayers because she's real sick. So y'all be keeping an eye out for that. Anyways, have an amazing day. Bye, guys. Yes, I like them both. They are great, Clancy. Yes, they are great. Bye, guys.